Two. Now I am. Two. Two.
can hear
1,
me
2.
now.
Hello, Richard. Hello, Richard.
Hello. Are you well?
Good afternoon and welcome to 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season. It is a round 9 action. Tiwi Bombers taking on the Nightcliff Tigers. Joining me in the commentary box as always, Ricky Nolan and Matty Hepworth. Matty, we'll start with you. These two teams are definitely on the up, aren't they?
Oh, look, they certainly are. Look, Tigers have dropped just 2 games for the match. The Bombers have won the last 3. They just keep going up and up. Last time they played, we know that Nightcliff did defeat the Tiwi Bombers 144-97, but both teams in great form at the moment. Ricky, how do you think the game's going to go?
Yeah, 2 form teams of the comp. I know this sounds silly, but I reckon these, especially this early in the year, but I reckon these 2 sides will push to play in the grand final this year, and people will laugh at that. But I reckon Tiwi are just going to get better in the second half of the year. I think they've recruited very well. I think Lee Crossman, their only premiership coach, is their general manager now. I think he's pretty switched on. He knows what he's doing, and I think they've recruited what they require. And I think watch out for the Bombers, and the Tigers have been around the mark for the last 6 years, and they'll be around the mark again.
Jonathan Miles and Liam Whale Buxton to do battle in the ruck. 34 for the Tiwi Bombers. He is a big unit, and I can't wait to see him go around today, Rick.
Yeah, he's a gun player from Vermont in the Eastern Footy League. So he played with Carlton's VFL side for a while, so he's a huge pickup. He's already played 1 game this year, and I think he killed him earlier on.
Yeah, wouldn't want to be landed on by him. He's massive.
Unit.
He's massive. The umpire holds the ball aloft the TIO Stadium. We're about to get underway. Whale Buxton wins that tap down nicely, but misses the target. Here's Wilson for Nightcliff. Gets wrapped up in a nice big tackle. Purantatamiri gets a handball out. Captain Heenan goes off the deck, but it's Nightcliff. Here's Wilson for a good look at it. Might have got it back through Paris. And now to Bowles, goes long down the line. He's done, dashing off half-back. Good to see him back in the side. Hits the target in the Captain Heenan. They work this well, Tiwi. Young Harley Purantatamiri with the headgear. Looks inside, just out of reach of Wills. Purantatamiri gets it back. Goes inboard. Misses a target though, Heenan. And he's given away a free kick, Heenan, to Wills. Wills looks to move it quickly. Comes out sideways to Eilert. It's a fast start here at TIO. Eilert just directing traffic for now. Pops it over the top. Just out of reach. Ball on the deck. Dunn goes with the high tackle. Comes out to Hagan on the right boot. Little chipper to Holt. Fits. Nice footwork. And that one's out of bounds on the full. Fast start, Ricky.
Yeah, I thought Cameron Island nearly got over to Melville then, but good work by Michael Dunn. Just would have liked to see Bricknell centre that ball. I think there's very low chances of kicking a goal from there. Maybe not if you're a Tiwi Island player, but I would have liked to see Bricknell do the team thing and centre the football in that occasion.
So in the back pocket for Tiwi. Goes long down the one. Oh, flies.
Oh, gee, got some height there.
Puts it down. Here's Wilson, dashing, gets wrapped up in the tackle, slung to the ground, gets back up, centres the ball. Now the umpire's called holding the ball there, and it's coming back. Well, it might have been a bit harsh, might have gone a bit early. Actually worked back to his feet, lads.
And centred the ball. So
yeah,
well done. He's
team thing.
Touched the ball a few times, Wilson, good start.
He might be wearing a wire listening to you. Here's Dion Munkara, the informed player of the competition. As I do that, he just stinks that kick up, still finds the target though. The tip on Woody, back to Munkara. Look at the dash off half back here. Nearly gets run down though. Nice kick to Wanamiri. He throws it on the left to a one-on-one. Gets out the back, and he's Tunga Tullum's given away the free kick there. Hands in the back against the captain in Nathan Brown for Nightcliff. That's a nice kick over the Holt Fitz. In turn goes to Greenoff Jr. So they've worked this well, Nightcliff, out of their back line. Jonathan Miles kicks into the man in the Martin. Purantatamiri does well. Dances around the big man.
No way, Tiwi.
Look at that for a kick. Max King. Nice kick. Dion Munkara.
They had to crowd Dion there. Bowles and all that have ran behind the footy. Crowd him and don't give him the space for him to kick into. The form man of the competition's touched the footy a few times earlier. Let's see before you see stuffed his kick up. It still perfectly
Still got
bounced
it
up. Still had a perfect right angle and hit the person he was kicking to on the chest.
It's that Tiwi magic. Here he goes. He lowers the eyes. He's done it again. He's Roscoe Tungatalam. Does well. Keeps his feet. Gets a handball out. Umpire says play on. Brown for Nightcliff with a nice kick to Eilert.
Too much room with Nightcliff. Again, they just gave too much room going into their forward line. They were lucky to get away with that.
Here's Greenoff Jr. Just goes backwards. Didn't have anything up forward. They're bringing this back into the middle. Eilert had Butcher on in the middle. Ignores that. Still has him on if he wants him. Umpire says play on. Just off a step. Finds a target in Wilson. Here comes inboard to Bricknell. So Bricknell plays on.
Paired off well, Tiwi then. And no one to kick to.
Nice kick. Just a drop mark though. Butcher, and they've worked this back inside, and it's the other Butcher taking the mark.
Oh, he's played on.
Gets wound up.
Up as well.
Jeez, they jumped him, didn't they?
The umpire called touch then. He signalled.
There we go.
Daniel Butcher, that was getting wrapped up in the big tackle. So the ball on the deck in dispute. Holt Fitz with some fancy footwork. And they've got this one out Tiwi. Here's Adam Tippermoody. Looks like he's had a bit of a trim of the old hair.
Bowles then standing 5 metres off him. Don't allow Tiwi to get that kick in. Go and stand right on him.
And Kane Riley knocks that one over the line.
We know Munkara's good, but I don't know if he's 3-on-1 good though.
I thought he nearly got it out then.
It nearly was 3-on-1 good.
Yeah.
It was close.
Great man. Unbelievable. Definitely in form. The in-form player of the comp. So ball's thrown back in. Here's big Hugo. It's a tap down with all Tiwi at ground level. That's a dangerous kick, but it might work out.
Yeah, with plenty of space to run on here.
Polipiamini lowers the eyes and hits up Austin Wanamiri just out of reach. So Nightcliff with the numbers down back. With indecision. Umpire says play on. Jeez, I don't know about that. They've done well though, Nightcliff, and worked it out.
3 times Tiwi have gone in, 3 times they've missed their target, just by a centimetre, but they could have 3 goals on the board.
Noticed exactly that as well, Ricky, just over the top a little bit each time.
Here's Eilert on half forward. That's a nice kick in, borderline drop mark. The umpire says play on. They've worked this well through Butcher. Adam Tippermoody cuts that one off. Just a little bit scrappy for the moment. It's Cooper. And that one's gone over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in. Justin
Cooper, and they're playing with the Tiwi Bombers. Played at Palmerston last year, and I think he's a 3-time St Mary's Premiership player as well. I think he's from Croker Island, community boy from Croker Island. And I think he's living on the Tiwi Islands now. So ball thrown back in. Tippermoody just tries to bounce that to his own advantage. Doesn't work though. Oh, clever mark down there to Butcher. Big John Butcher. He'll go back and have a set shot from about 45 out on the slide angle. Early draft pick, John Butcher. Played about 30 games for Port Adelaide, and yes, now playing with Centrals in the SANFL. So, yeah, 31 games for Port Adelaide, kicked 41 goals. Very early draft pick. Now a career with the SANFL with Centrals.
Now the big guy on the way, it's out on the full. He did have trouble at Port Adelaide with his kicking, if you can remember, Rick. Yeah, I read a little bit about that. Pick number 8 in the 2009 draft. That one's out of bounds on the full. Just have stunk this one up Tiwi. Cammy Eilert there to cut it off. Oh, look at that.
Oh, with the
fancy footwork. Cammy Eilert just across the face.
You'll often hear me talk about keep your feet, and the guns do it, and you just saw there with Cameron. You know, he's gone back courageously to the ball, but didn't go to ground. He's kept his feet, and nearly finished off with a goal.
Yeah, flew backwards, did a 360, came back round, and nearly got a goal out of it.
Down Monkara just being a little bit cheeky. Down back there, goes with a big kick out to the wing. Corin Tatamiri out there. Does well, young Harley. Keeps it in front, just keeps the ball rolling. Holt Fitz loses the footwork. He races onto it. Harley Corin Tatamiri closing in on goal, but just at the last minute.
Couldn't quite seal the deal.
That one's through from behind drop mark.
Terrific passage of play. Does Dion kick to space? That's the way Tiwi want to play.
Daniel Bowles for Nightcliff. Throws it on the left. And just...
Bit of a miscommunication there, I think.
What?
Paid off, though. They've managed to push it into the 50.
Might work out all right for Nightcliff. They've got numbers. Big Hugo gets wrapped up. Hagan gets the handball over the top. Here's Melville off a step just to the right. Through for their second behind today. They move to 2 points. Tiwi, just the one behind.
Melville, the league's leading goal kicker, has made a bit of an impression since coming to Darwin's. Kicked a bag of 10 and 2 bags of 5 and signed with Thunder last week to replace the great Darren Ewing. Got very big shoes to fill.
Sure does. Boof, I miss him already. Greetings to you, Boof, and your golden retrievers. Say that the other week, he was talking about his golden retrievers.
I did, actually. I thought I was watching the dog show for a while.
He does show them, doesn't he, Rick?
No, I can remember when he took him to the show and he won first prize. He had to dress up in a tuxedo to do it. But I didn't see that photo get around on Facebook. I think he hit that one. He hit that one.
What he had to dress up in a tuxedo.
Yeah, he won, so he can't. If you're winning things, you can't really say much.
Bricknell off a step. He's cut off with Tiwi with the numbers down back, though.
There's a lot of numbers down back here at the moment.
Montgomery just stinks this one up for the moment. It's a win if they get it over the line. Phil Wills there gets wrapped up in the big tackle. And that one will be thrown up.
I reckon it's a good sign if Tiwi have got numbers behind the ball. It means they're getting fitter and they're prepared to run. So it's a good sign, I think.
Big Lamwell Buxton.
There's a lot of numbers in that forward 50 at the moment.
So ball on the deck. Hagan with the ball. But it's... Well, it's gone about 40 metres around. And the bounds on the full.
A couple of early kicks. Michael Hagan. I think it's his first game for Nightcliff. Buffaloes play. His father's a legend with the Darwin Buffaloes, Normie Hagan. And quite surprised to see him switch to Buffaloes as a fly-in as well.
Austin Wanamiri comes back on the ground. So Nightcliff have done well here. They've just held it up in their forward line for the moment. And they're going to do it again. Through Bricknell, gets hands up, although Tiwi have done well. High tackle on there. Umpire says play on. Just trying to will it forward at all costs. So the kick to centre half forward. Wilson with the spoil over the top. Holt Fitz.
Socket that one along.
Hugo Drogamella. Phil Wills gets a handball out. The Farron James snap on goal is a good one.
There we go.
So we're away here at TIO. It took 11 minutes, but Nightcliff get the first one. They move to 1-2-8. Tiwi Bombers one behind.
A goal of persistence there for Nightcliff. Things weren't going there well, and they kept second effort. Got out to Farron. The boys from Alice Springs played for South and Pioneers in the Alice Springs League, now living in Catherine, playing for Eastside in last year's grand final. And he's done well and finished off with a good goal.
Eastside, the great Malcolm Fox down there, the coach who works for the No More campaign. He's a legendary coach down that way, Big Rick.
Weren't they hot favourites to win the flag, weren't they, this year? And I think Liam Patrick
He won it off their own boot.
Single-handedly won the game for them, I think.
Cam Islet out of the middle, dangerous kick. Clear
wow.
hands in the back. They paid the mark. Umpire probably blindsided there. It was a big shove in the back. And Cam Islet in the middle.
Yeah, that was great work by Cam there.
Lace out to Trent Melville. So he'll have another look at it.
Fairly accurate shot at goal. So 30 metres directly in front.
Good quick kicking action too, Rick.
Yeah, it should be
Have a look at this. It's Trent Melville on the approach. Don't tell me we've done it again yet. Can you mark that's one for you today, Rick? And I was involved in it too, but it's a bit of commentator's curse there. Trent, if you're watching this back, we are extremely sorry.
We will say you don't get the next one, and then you will get the next one.
It's like it's opposite day. So Tiwi work this nicely. Jeffrey Simon in the back pocket. Looks inboard.
8 on there.
Risky switch, but I reckon it'll work.
Very dangerous. Finds Silvani Babui.
Cameron Eilers worked very hard to block the exits there from Tiwi. Done very well.
Harley Purantatamiri plays on quickly. So Tiwi, there's another dangerous kick inboard. Might work.
Oh, man.
No. So they've got numbers Nightcliff around the ball. Here's Bricknell. That's a nice looking kick in the Hagen direction and hits him on the chest.
Great hands there.
He had Sean Wilson on over the top, ignores that. He'll go back.
Have a crack.
It'll be a fair shot from here. Michael's a NT Thunder Premiership player. I think he played for Coolangatta. The Queensland comp, I think it's Division 3 in the Queensland comp this year. So he's capable, but should be a fair kick from here.
Michael Hagen, the little man. Kick is to the right. It stayed right that whole time. Through for another behind. So Nightcliff move out to 1-4-10. Tiwi Bombers just a one behind. We've gone 14 minutes in the first quarter. A lot better than last week, lads. We didn't even have a goal, did we?
No, we did not.
And Nightcliff had dominated this game, that possession of the game. They've had a lot of ball in their forward half. First time we've seen Rocco's left the goal square.
It's gone the barrel too. It's come off the side of the boot. Risky kick. Nathan Brown cuts that off for Nightcliff. He's worked up the ground. Swaying up options.
Good numbers behind the footy, Tiwi.
They really are, yeah.
It's a nice kick to Hugo. Just out of his hands though. Comes out the back. That one's over the line.
Ricky, can that be a bit of a disadvantage though if they get a bit of a play and carry that they've then got nothing forward?
They've called deliberate here. That is huge because I thought he was under a bit of pressure. So
Thought it come off his boot.
Hugo Drogmola from a very difficult position.
The big man plays on and dobs it. So they get their second.
Wow.
Bit harsh, Rick, I would have thought.
Very harsh. Yeah, getting back to the numbers behind the footy, I'd say that's a Brendan trait. Sides that he's coached in the past, St Mary's and Waratahs. Massive on getting numbers behind the ball. I haven't seen him do it a lot with Waratahs last year. With Tiwi. But we'll just watch this.
This replay here. Oh,
Bit of a
touch and go.
the old Tiwi fumble. They pretend to fumble, but they know what they're doing. Yeah, so I haven't seen him do it a lot with Tiwi, Brendan. So just
Certainly today, yeah.
as his coaching's evolving there, and he might be able to get over the islands a little bit more. It's good.
So back in the middle, Cam Eilert goes with a high contact. Nothing's doing though. Jeffrey Simon there for Tiwi, just soccers it out wide to Silvani Babui. They've worked that well, the two. It's a handball inside to Harley Purantatamini. He's been in great form this year. He's only a little man. Throws it on the left, levels the eyes. It's a good kick to Palip Yamini. Here's Roscoe Tungatalam. Don't give a look at that with a sneaky handball. But cut
Nearly
off.
paid off.
Right, Cam Eilert with the kick to Phil Wills. Beautiful work by those two.
There's two players in the competition for the last 5 years, in my mind.
Yeah, Phil Wills has had plenty of injury concerns, but he looks fit at the moment. He's playing some good footy. So Wilson, the long kick in attacking 50. I see Hagen did a bit of acting there. The big boy made sure the umpire saw it. Plays on quickly, goes inside, and Liam Holt fits. That's a better angle.
Tiwi just had to pair off a little bit better there. Michael Hagen probably the same position as last time, and thought I didn't get the last one. So I'll put my head on a swivel and I'll have a look around. Liam Holt fits fairly, known as a goal kicker. Player of this calibre shouldn't be a problem.
The interesting foot drag there on the approach. Young Holt fits. He gets into a bit of a trot. Throws it on the right. And beautiful work from that young man. Beautiful kick.
Gentlemen, just a quick update from the boundary. We know Sam Dyke, one of the Tiwi's defenders, came off at about the 8-minute mark. Now, he did get some medical attention to his left leg. He is back out running the boundary now, but we will keep an eye on that. That's Sam Dyke, number 45 for the Bombers, came off for a little bit of medical attention. As I said, back on the boundary line now, but we'll certainly keep an eye on that.
Tiwi big body, he'll be sorely lost.
Definitely.
Haven't got into the game that much, the Tiwi Fly-ins. So just probably need a little bit of a lift. Obviously, the heat's going to knock them around.
Knocked us around in the commentary box. The aircon wasn't working before. Anyway, we're back though. Here's Harley Purantatamiri, gets wrapped up. Drops the ball, big flying boot going through there. The umpire says play on. His Will's on the deck. Purantatamiri has his ball smothered. Aaron James goes sideways. Dropped mark. So the handball goes over the line. There's Sam Dyke back on the ground.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Sam Dyke's back on the ground.
It's good to see for the Tiwi Bombers.
Dominated Nightcliff, I reckon, the quarter. Possession-wise, I reckon about 80% of the play.
So ball thrown back in. Big punch down there from Whale Buxton. That one goes over the line. They've gained about 15 metres, and we'll have another do it all again.
But the umpire might have paid it then. I'm not quite sure who the ruckman was going to. I think that was the plan. So
they go at it again. Drogmala wins that one down. Nightcliff in numbers. Wilson gets this one. Does well. He's quick. Gets a handball backwards. He comes inside. Big fly from Cam Ollett out the back.
Cammy knocked out of Melville's hand then.
Yeah.
Jim Burgess goes with a long kick, and it's just out of everyone's reach, and we'll have another boundary throw in.
Well, it's 19 minutes into the first quarter. You are watching 7-2's coverage of the NTFL thanks to TIO, Naffles, Apia and MacArthur River Mining. Nightcliff leading the Tiwi Bombers 3-5-23 to just the one behind for the Bombers.
Ball thrown back in on the outer wing. So Liam Whale Buxton's done exactly the same, gained another 20 metres.
I'll be struggling with the heat a bit and think I'll just have a little bit of a break here.
Just need a minute's rest.
I'll wait, get a little bit more representation around the footy.
Only the 3 goals kicked in the opening quarter. Can't imagine the quarter will drag on that long. So he goes to the back, but Nightcliff with numbers around the ball. Big tackle, trying to de-shirt the player. Jeffrey Simon. He's been pinged for holding the ball.
And I was going to say, you took off Ross and you can't pull out halfway through it.
Harley Purantatamiri gets the kick. It's a half forward, but again, Nightcliff. The kick to centre half forward. Tiwi at ground level. This is a better build-up. Here's Munkara. This needs to do a bit more. Fells a bit of candy, handballs to himself. Doesn't get through though. Big tackle from the Tiwi boys, and the umpire there and says he'll throw it up.
The intensity's just stepped up in the last couple of minutes, boys.
One of my Kyle Cossack, the Tiwi boys, they do the old flick in front of him. He didn't let him get through. He used his body, bumper barred him. Didn't let him get goal side. Well done to Kyle Cossack there.
So Gavin Greenoff Jr. with the free kick. Violet from the back.
Coming back in.
Just drops it. Silvani Babui for Purantatamiri. Drop mark at half foot back for Nightcliff. Just hustling it around. Again. And there we go. It's quarter time at TIO Stadium, where it's Nightcliff 3-4-22 to the Tiwi Bombers, just the one behind. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got it.
And just remember the TIO weather alerts. Garden furniture!
Love you too.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail, and they're local, so they can respond fast.
TIO? Storm's staying, kids.
another life saved with the Chemist Warehouse app. Take control of your health and wellness. Download now.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal clothing for all school-related activities, whether it's 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact the Cricket and Football Shop NT for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Let's see. Roma, Verona?
Perhaps Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best in the air.
And everywhere.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience. Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store. Now open at Casuarina Square.
Boys, we've got a real big problem. It belongs to you, it belongs to me, it belongs to everybody. I'm talking about family violence. It's time we said no more to family violence, isn't it? Yeah. Think about it.
We've all got to say no more to family violence. No more! Family violence is a community problem and it needs a community response from all of us, and sport is a big part of that. But we can all do our bit by being more respectful to each other. Please make this year the year we say no more to family violence.
Welcome back to 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season round 9 action. Nightcliff taking on Tiwi, where it's Nightcliff Tigers. 3-4-22, the Tiwi Bombers just the one behind. Tiwi off to a bit of a slow start, Matty.
Yeah, look, surprising to be honest. Tiwi, the last 3 rounds we've seen them up and up and up, so surprisingly slow start. We're just getting some good vision of the team huddle there for Nightcliff there, Ricky.
Yeah, I see Shannon Miller's involved with Nightcliff. She's got a very good reputation as a netball coach, coached multiple hoggies in the Darwin netball competition, and multiple premierships, and a multiple premiership player with Waratahs. So it's a big pickup for Nightcliff to get someone like Shannon on board. And it's dealt with her a little bit, and she certainly knows a footy, so it's a good pick. I'm giving a few tips to the boys. So yeah, it's a good quarter of footy. That last one on that Nightcliff, had most of the play, and it shows on the scoreboard is where the game is at the moment. So Tiwi just need to get their hands a little bit. I think when they get the ball, they're playing the Tiwi style, but just not getting their hands on the football enough.
We just had a check in on the social media. The Premiership star Willie Rioli over in Perth. He's watching this game. Greetings to you, great man. Watching Tiwi Islands go about it. Tiwi Bombers. We're just about to get underway here for the second quarter. Just having a look around, making sure the numbers are right. And here we go, about to get underway. Second quarter action. Nice win down there from Whale Buxton.
Fair push in the back.
He's went flying there.
Ryan says play on. Work this nicely. Holt fits. Oh, clever work down there.
Wow.
Fancy
He
footwork.
keeps going.
Didn't stop, really.
Randy Milton-Toby.
Free Simon for Tiwi. Heads to centre forward. That's a nice looking kick. Oh, what a Mary. Drops it at the last moment.
I feel the sun might have got in his eye then.
It's the tap out to Dunn. That's a better inside entry. Comes out the back to Tungatalum. Nathan Brown Town right on his hammer. One's over the line for boundary throw in.
Did well, Nathan Brown then. Start to get a bit excited when you see Rosk one out in a forward pocket. But did well.
It's nervous times when that man gets out the back, isn't it? So ball thrown back in. Nice tap there from Max King. Oh, big tackle.
Down. Wow.
He's paid it.
Well done, Ross Tungatalum. Big tackle. Nice run down from that man.
Need this guy to get into the game. I don't think it's not too much his fault the ball hasn't been down there too often, but former St Kilda rookie list, one of the most exciting players probably to ever play the game up here.
Definitely. I get excited. Roscoe. So here he goes, the great man, Ross Tungatalum. On the approach, kick on the way. That's 2 for today, Rick. We've snuck that up again.
I needed that, Ross. Got to keep the ball in this forward half now, Tiwi.
Pump a man's tyres up, and that's what happens.
Gee, high fly there.
Big fly from Tip and Woody, but it's Nightcliff with the numbers. Is Bricknell charging down the wing. Disappointing kick, though. Cut off by Purantatamiri. Just to move it quickly.
Keep going.
Nothing down the line. Comes inboard now. Handball's over the top. Here's the captain in Heenan. The kick to centre half forward. Dangerous kick. Austin Montemiri at the back. Nice chase down. Jonathan Miles just misses with the handball. Snap on goal is across the left. Down Mankara.
So Nightcliff had plenty of numbers behind the footy. But yeah, we've got Tungatalum and Mankara around. There's always a chance.
Just be tightening up a bit. A long kick and a full back. Farron James. I think you'd call that deliberate. No.
That's what I was going to say. That we're here to watch footy, not watch the boundary. Umpire, throw it in, call it, be strict on it.
Yeah. So ball's thrown back in. Fist down there. And James wrapped up in a big tackle, drops it, and free kick's paid. Harley Purantatamiri. Nice tackle.
A good season, Harley, isn't he?
He is, isn't he? Yeah, he is. He's having a cracking season. He's consistent. He puts the nice kick inside 50, but it's punched over the line. We'll have another boundary throw in, lads.
Riding on the boundary line for this first few minutes of the second quarter.
Good spoil there by Clay Holmes. Just killed the footy. And a restart.
Do it all again.
Oh, deja vu. It's like we've been here before.
Christian Burgess, seen that one over, just giving Mr. Wills a bit of a rub on the old head, the big boy. Big Willsy boy.
Yeah, don't get to worry him. He's as tough as they come.
He is, isn't he? He's a cracker. Nice tap down in the Adam Tip and Woody direction, just paddles it forward. Wills does some great work, gets it over to Wilson. Butcher wrapped up by Montemiri, misses the handball. Umpire saying play on. It's scrappy, comes out, this is dangerous. Adam Tip and Woody throws on the left, straight up in the air, pitching wedge style. No mark, umpire there, play on. And they're away. Bowles goes backwards to Brown. Dangerous times here for Nightcliff, and that one's over the line. The boundary thrown in a very dangerous spot inside attacking 50 for Tiwi.
Got a score from this, Tiwi. We've had the ball in their forward 50 for about 4 minutes now. Got a score from it.
The ball thrown back in. Punch down. Goodall again, bowls for Nightcliff, does well. It's a long kick down the line, they've got it out. Here's Eilert. Just evading opposition players, does well, heads inside. So Bricknell, back to Eilert. He's working hard, the great man. Kick inside 50. Holt Fitz drops the mark. At Tiwi, numbers back behind the ball. Burgess plays on quickly. Tiwi have moved this nicely. Mankara.
Oh, down, being a bit tricky.
Oh, he's played on. Get out of town, you can't do this. Down, Mankara.
Stop it.
He's ridiculous.
What just happened?
He is ridiculous. That's one of the best points I've ever seen.
We'll take the one. Preferred six.
Dropped $1 on the ground. Pick it all up.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh, what's he doing?
But their opportunities, Tiwi, they should have scored this quarter.
You've got the feeling that they're sort of working into it like they did with the Buffs when they had their first win.
Buffs about 8 goals up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's Bricknell for Nightcliff. Centres it. He had Holt Fitz on his own. Ball's just come out. Melville. Tricky handball to Butcher, who goes backwards. Hagen with some fancy footwork. Back to Butcher. They're stuffing around with it a bit here. This might be better. Handball's over the top. Dyke. Nice work.
Gee, they worked right into the square there and then just didn't have the players for it.
Done. And comes out to pull up your mini.
He's improving, isn't he, young Simon? Every game I reckon he gets better. He's only 16 years of age.
Simon goes inboard. Mungatopi. Tiwi look a bit more settled in the second quarter.
Up the ground, Cameron Eilert zoned off very well. They weren't able to get the ball forward.
Dunn just chips it over the top. Purantanamiri just dropped the head then in the tackle. Umpire says play on. Well, he's called for in danger. The ball will come back. Nightcliff free kick.
Tiwi now rolling up the ground. Turnover. That's terrible.
So Dunn is an attacking kick inside attacking 50. All Nightcliff, sorry. Simon Deary taking a good mark. Goes backwards. Kale Cossack. Nightcliff holding on to it here.
Want to hit.
Buderick hits up Eilert.
Zoning off well, Tiwi here. They're not cutting off all the exits. They're not letting the footy out.
Risky kick, but
it's ambitious, but it's worked.
So the kick comes out from Greenoff.
Got plenty of space now.
Drogmuller. Big man in space. It's a nice looking kick. No, it's out of bounds, is it? Yeah, out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throwing in attacking 50 for Nightcliff.
That's a win by Nightcliff. They held the ball up well. Stoppage in your forward line. You gain metres. A lot of sides think you don't have to score from everything there. Just reset up and try and score from this stoppage.
And it took them a while, but they got there. You pointed out before, Ricky, that Tiwi really did lock things up in the middle there, but Nightcliff were able to just slowly work their way into the 50.
Got a score now from this though, Nightcliff.
Ball comes out to Purantanamiri to the tune of Harley. It's a nice handball out the back. He's Munkari's out the back. Plays on, drops the ball. Umpire right there on it. Pings him for it. So good decision by the umpire. He was off. He's trying to sneak off anyway. He's Wilson. The Tiwi crowd just giving some words of advice. Nice tackle. He's Harley Purantatamiri. Taps it to his own advantage. Gets into space. Does nice, the little man.
Oh, cut off there.
So he's Wilson.
Quick to run on.
In hands in the back from Butcher. Ball pops out the back.
Oh, with a chance here.
Hagen runs around. Snap.
Bang.
He's a good one. And Nightcliff get their 4th goal. 10 minutes into the second quarter.
Well, under Michael Hagen, he started fairly well. First game for his new club. Just read it well over the pack. I think when Buffaloes didn't fly him in, I thought Matty Campbell, well done. I agree with it. If you're a local player, come and live up here. It's not an endless bucket of money to be able to fly local players back and forth all the time. So I agree with Matty Campbell and a lot of the NTFL coaches the way they're going at the moment. Well done. Whereas clubs will fall over, go broke. So well done. But yeah, when I saw Hagen, I thought, But he's played well so far.
4-4-28, just 4 behinds for Tiwi. Want to get on the ball soon. So the big man in Max King does well, wins his own centre clearance.
Clever to mop that up there.
Adam Tippermoody on the left in the Dale Munkara direction, gets out the back, does it? No, it's out of bounds. Oh, the boundary throw it.
It's a shame that the Bombers don't have anything in terms of goals on the scoreboard yet, because their work rate's been really high this quarter.
Joel Broderick on Dale Munkara is doing a good job. Young kid, 17 years old, from Catherine, from the Big River Hawks, doing a very good job on him.
So all Nightcliff on the deck. It's being come back for a goal. Harley Purantatamiri takes the advantage and drills it.
This time.
So they get their first. 12 minutes into the second quarter. 1-4-10 to Nightcliff. 4-4-28.
Well deserved, Tiwi. I thought they played better this quarter. They've had a lot of the play on the scoreboard. You know what can happen with Tiwi. It can open up pretty quickly.
I'll probably kick 10 goals now.
Just reckon at stoppages, they've got to be on the move a little bit more. You've got to listen to the coach's whistle, Nightcliff Footy Club. Don't listen to it, just keep playing until it's played on, because the umpire's called play on, and he's been able to run and kick an easy goal.
So back in the middle. Max King wins that one down as well for Tiwi. They've done well again. Burgess, scrappy kick down Munkara with great hands at ground level, throws it on the left. Ball coming back, but just to the left. Geez, they're coming. I can sense it.
Winding up to something.
Wound that around his head then, I think. That's Burgess's first touch for the game. I think he's got a handy reputation from the Owens and Murray. From Myrtleford and the Owens and Murray's played VFL footy as well.
Ball on the deck. Ball comes to Ross Tungatala. Plays on down. Munkara gets his first. And Tiwi get their second. So they're back in at 2-5-17 to Nightcliff 4-4-28.
Take your hat off, Austin Wanamari. Halved the contest, brought the ball to ground, turned the ball over in their forward 50 and let the magic in Ross and Dion. Let them do what they do. And you can just see there, Austin brought the ball to ground. Rocco said to his partner in crime, have one, mate, but you've got to pay me back later.
Just a quick update from the boundary line, boys. It is very hot out there at the moment. 34 degrees. The Bureau's saying it feels like 35. There's a lot of cold towels being wrapped around the boys' heads, especially down at Nightcliff. A lot of ice water being thrown around as well. So just doing whatever they can to keep cool. Very limited breeze as well.
Yes, we might get some iced towels in their commentary box too. For directors paying attention, he'll be getting us towels at half time. Anyway, back on the centre wing. Tiwi in control.
They're coming to it.
Winding
just feel it.
Austin Wanamiri with the kick inside into the Tungatala direction. Hits him on the chest. Captain Brown is cracking it for Nightcliff.
I'm not saying I have the answers, but you just got to stop when they get in this zone. You know, I'm not going to tell you how, because I don't know how to do it, but somehow the coaching staff have got to work out a way of being able to stop this roll on.
Ross Tungatala.
Yes, Roscoe.
Will kick from about 45 out on a slide angle.
I was really winding up for a Roscoe there. Remember Dicko's touchdown in Australian Idol? I wanted to go Roscoe, but he let me down.
Nothing's doing, just the one behind, actually.
It was a real excitement machine to nothing there.
So Nightcliff. The kick out. Oh, it looks like it's going to come back in. Silvani Babui there for Tiwi. The 3-on-1. 3 wins. Out the back. Through Hagen's legs. Some tricky footwork from Tipper Moody. Gets it inside, attacking 50. Hagen with the handball backwards. Wills. For Bowles. It's better work. No, it's just gone over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Talking about Philip Wills before and how fit he is, I had a bit of a sneaky beak at a NT Thunder training around August, and he trained as hard as anyone I've ever seen train that night. He's in very good nick at the moment. I think he'll have a very good year.
Of course, the new coach being announced early this week for NT Thunder. So Nightcliff. Been up to half forward. They haven't been up here for about 5 minutes.
Well, apart from Hagen's goal, I reckon it's the only time they've entered the forward line, forward 50.
He's done off half back, the dashing done. Eddie Heenan does well, gets it to advantage, and does very well, Tiwi.
He could run on here.
Ali Puran-Tatamiri
chased down,
screaming inside and has dobbed it. He's got his second, and Tiwi are coming.
Less than a goal of difference. You could just sense it, couldn't you? The crowd started to lift.
Yeah.
You could just see it was starting to happen there. Big guns, Tangatala, Mankara. Austin starting to do a bit of the hard bullocking type work to turn the footy over, and they are back in the game.
Just to follow up there before, Nick, Darren Reeves, the new NT Thunder coach, highly regarded down in the Sandford. Ricky, do you know much about him?
I actually did a level 3 coaching course with him, so yeah, I've dealt with him a fair bit. That Central Districts is an extremely good football club. You know, he's worked his way up the order there, and to do that means you can coach. They don't promote people that can't coach. That's an outstanding football system.
So inside 50 for Nightcliff now. Late in the second quarter. Wilson there for Nightcliff, keeps his feet, gets the kick on, and looks like it's coming back. Oh no, it's being called advantage.
And there we go, they'll get a goal out of it.
If I was the coaches at half time, I would be saying any time the ball's there, play on, because the umpires are very generous today at paying the advantage. So they needed that, Nightcliff.
5-4-34 to Tiwi, 3-6-24. Just gone about 18 minutes in the second quarter.
John O'Miles in the ruck talking to his ruckman. But yeah, the Tiwi players just stop. It's probably something I reckon both coaches will pick up on that at half time.
The ball thrown back up. Whale, Buxton and Miles just jump into each other. A bit of a throw there.
I didn't think he got rid of that probably.
Ricknell to Butcher, gets a handball over to Holt Fitz. Holt Fitz to himself, gets a ball out, snap on the way. It's to the right from John Butcher, through for behind.
Sent that one up into the Michael Long centre there.
Plenty of space here, Tiwi. They are away.
Sits down nicely.
Justin Cooper.
Worked this very nicely. Is Silvani Babui screaming forward. Just misses a target. Ball on the deck. Silvani Babui still there. Oh, go out then.
I think he did well then not to make contact.
It's a free kick to Nathan Brown. Just to leave a bit of pressure. Simon Deary goes straight down the middle. Dangerous kick, great kick. Butcher drops a mark, has time, tries to go to his brother, misses a target. Has another crack, finds him. Wilson for Nightcliff. Goes outside to Bricknell. He drops a mark, has time though. It's a nice looking kick in the Islet direction. Out of his hands. You don't see him drop many of them. And Tiwi are away off half back. The kick to Heenan, out of his reach. Does well here, Heenan, if he holds it up. Umpire circling. He's got both of them, Heenan. He's done well. Where's the whistle?
That's why I love the umpire. Let it go. They will get it out. Just let it go, and you'll find that somehow it'll get out.
I'll tell you what, Heenan did well in a 2-on-1 there.
He certainly did.
Extremely well. Butcher gets a handball out to Greenoff. Gets run down. Umpire says play on. Butcher. Wilson. This is looking better from Nightcliff. Holt fits from 60.
Have a crack himself.
Holds on with the bounce.
That was the best bounce you'll ever see.
Here's that bounce. Butcher snags a goal. You're not going to miss him from there, are you, Rick?
No, he did get an A-grade bounce as the rotations. There's 4 on for 4 off on either side, 8 rotations now. So she's hot, and they're using the interchanges. Unlucky here. He's played well, Holt fits.
Have a look at that bounce again.
So back out to 17 points. Jeez, that's a stinker of a bounce for Dyke.
And bang.
Sometimes you've got to protect that bounce, though. You just get his body behind it and rush it through.
21 minutes into the second quarter, you are watching 7-2's coverage of the NTFL thanks to TIO NTFL, Apia and MacArthur River Mining. Of course, we're talking about Darren Reeves, Thunder coach, before. He's here with us at TIO Stadium today, actually watching on with NT Thunder manager Andrew Hodges from the Michael Long Centre today.
Greetings to those two great men. Here's Drogmuller. Nearly gets run down from Harleypool and Tatamiri. Greenoff Jr., that's off the side of the boot. Cossack goes backwards. Drogmuller goes long to the eyelet with the little nudge out. Umpire says play on. Pouring Tatamiri.
Smart kick.
Michael Dunn plays on. Love watching him run off half back. Harley Pouring Tatamiri. A better kick.
The numbers up the field, Tiwi, they're away.
Here's Roscoe. No. That's beautiful work from Tiwi. Absolutely.
Christian Burgess, time before, played a star in the Ovens and Murray for Myrtleford. He's just recently signed with Vermont in the Eastern Footy League, probably the strongest league in Victoria currently at the moment, and Vermont are a powerhouse, big paying football club. Also at stints in the VFL with Coburg.
Christian Burgess. You heard the rap, and look at that.
The commentator's curse strikes again.
And they're recruiting well with that too, where they need a few Jack Geary types. You know, they've got the runners. They just need some big bodies. If they get the right ones, they'll go a long way.
So Nightcliff come from half back. Here's Wills. Bricknell. And Bricknell just weighing up his options inside 50. Doesn't have a lot doing.
To do it himself.
Kicks, goes himself. Oh, that's to the right. Through for behind.
Be a little bit smarter. Just use the usable going in. It's a low percentage kick. You had no one at home. Just a 10-metre chip kick.
Pitching wedge over the top. And there it is. It is half-time here at TIO Stadium, where it's the Nightcliff Tigers 6-6-42 to the Tiwi Bombers 3-7-25. We'll be back with the second half right after this.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got it.
And just remember the TIO weather alerts. Garden furniture!
Love you too.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail, and they're local, so they can respond fast.
Storm staying, kids.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Kilo units of fuel force, increment below control.
How does he do it?
24.5 kilowatt diesel motor.
He doesn't just know how to operate every piece of Kennard's high gear we get in, but also its service details and safety checks.
I know. It's as if he can hypnotise each piece.
Give me 2 passes with sauce, coffee white with 1 bun with icing, no pink icing.
Yep, no worries, Terry.
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here. Are you overrun with rubbish and need a skip bin? For easy disposal from your garden cleanup, renovation or spring clean? When you think skip bins, think NTRS. NTRS, your friendly, reliable and local waste disposal company.
Welcome back to 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season. It's Nightcliff Tigers taking on Tiwi Bombers, where it's Nightcliff 6-6-42 to Tiwi Bombers 3-7-25. Tiwi worked their way back into it nicely, didn't they, Rick?
They did. To Nightcliff's credit, they did come back. I reckon Tiwi were about to go bang and hit the front, and Nightcliff kicked, I think, the last 2 goals of the quarter. So well done to Nightcliff, because sometimes it's hard to stop Tiwi when they're in that zone.
Yeah, look, got within a goal, I think it was, and then Nightcliff got a couple of sneaky ones in the dying minutes of that second quarter there. For a while, I reckon that first half of that second quarter there, I reckon Tiwi had more ball than Nightcliff, but it's just not reflecting on the scoreboard, gents.
Sam Dyke was off with the injury, but he's back out there, and he looks okay, which is great news for the Tiwi Bombers.
So, Tiwi brought some big gun fly-ins in, and Liam Bruxton, Burgess, and also Max King. Max King, I don't think, touched the footy much, but big-name players that Tiwi needs. So it'd be interesting to see how they go in the second half. So sort of what Tiwi need. They need some big bodies. When I did a bit of homework, I thought that's exactly what they might, exactly what they need at Tiwi. So I know they're new to Darwin footy, but they need them to lift.
Lift, you units. We're just about to get underway in the second half. As siren goes, Jonathan Miles and Wale Buxton to do battle. Miles with the tap. Straight down to Burgess for Tiwi. Nightcliff on the outside, go backward. So Wills uses the body well.
They've done off the boot there.
They've done all right. Tiwi is just in dispute, right and back in the middle of the ground. Burgess again with the fresh area down Munkara. Slippery, sneaky little kick. Kane Riley, haven't called his name much today. Cammy Eilert with the handball over the top to Bowles. Looks like it's going to come straight back the other way though. The kick inside, down Munkara there, gets it out to Harley Porrentata-Mary for his second. Boston Montemery marks right on the line. Plays on and hits a post.
They disguise things well, I reckon. Tiwi, I reckon, down Munkara, there was a little bit of a throw, but he pretended he lost control of it just at the last second, and they just disguised things very well.
Very nice, right? Kane Riley does well, plays on. It's up Paris. So Farron James asked to play on, steps around. The kick inside, attacking 50. Here's Butcher with the handball to his brother, misses a target, gets it back. No, it's coming back. Like it's a free kick going the way of Silvani Babui.
Look to switch to Michael Dunn here, I reckon it's on.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Terrible kick. Straight down the throat of Hagan.
I think that goal was set up by Bricknell then. They were about to switch to Michael Dunn and it was on. And Bricknell ran over and cut the exits off, which put him into 2 minds, which made him pull his kick and kick it down the throat of Michael Hagan. So little things in footy can go a long way. I reckon Bricknell cut those exits off because they were about to go to Michael Dunn. It was out. He made him change his mind at the last second, so well done to Bricknell.
Hagan with the kick. It's just to the right and through for A behind.
Let off there.
6-7-43 to the Tiwi Bombers, 3-8-26. Harley Porrentata-Mary at full back. And Pungamiri.
John Pungamiri's first game for the season, I think.
He's the young Harley Porrentata-Mary. Impressive game today. Full kick to Burgess. Slow as eyes. Porrentata-Mary, the dangerous kick in the middle of the ground. Michael Dunn gets the kick away. Harley Porrentata-Mary's worked hard. He's at centre half forward, but Phil Wills good enough to win it back. The kick,
Gee, some bodies went flying there. That could have ended badly.
Paddy Heenan.
Got much to kick to here, Paddy. Bail that kick to the big ruckman. Good mark by John Miles.
Got rid of Liam Whale Buxton. A bit too easy there. So kick down the line. Sam Dyke gets a handball away. Burgess is out here. Puts it on the right boot. Kane Riley there. Beautiful hands from him.
Michael Cooper just got to halve the contest there.
A big bump on Michael Dunn from Butcher. Umpire says play on. Hagan does well. Looking for the free kick. Umpire says play on. Here's Adam Tippermoody paddling it to his own advantage. Has a bounce. 2 bounces. Has a third now. 4th. Loves bouncing it, does the big boy. 5. Have 6, buddy. No.
Arm it off at 5.
Lowers the eyes. Austin Wanamiri puts it on the left to a dangerous position. Great mark to Liam Whale Buxton.
Good grab by the big fella. He absolutely killed him in the first time I think he played for Tiwi. And as I said, he played VFL footy for the Northern Blues and was a very good player for Vermont. An extremely strong Eastern Footy League.
So big Buxton.
This to bring the margin back to just 2 goals.
Sounds like a real estate agent. Gets close to the man on the mark. Doesn't matter. Goes straight through. He gets his first. Tiwi open up the account in the second half.
Good finish by the big fella. Absolutely instrumental in their first win of the season. And I reckon he'll get better as this game goes on as well.
11 points.
Ricky, we see he's a fly-in player. We know in the NTFL we see a lot of players come into the territory to play with us. Are there a lot, on the other hand, of players, territory players that fly out for other leagues? You know, Cammy Islet's going to do that next year.
Yeah, it goes on a lot. I think on a Friday night there's apparently about 100 NTFL players at the airport.
Wow.
So it happens both ways as well.
Yeah.
NTFL really trying to curb it though. Only allowed a maximum of 4 per side. I reckon this year's probably the least I've seen it actually. It's been good. And I said clubs will fall over if there's no caps on it.
Yeah. Michael Dunn clever enough to get the kick out to Harley Purantatamiri. As with the handball inside to Cooper. Just goes without it, does the little man. Ranoff Jr. has his head ripped off. Umpire says play on. Kick inside 50 now.
Gee.
Great fly at the back. Yeah, I think it was the captain, Nathan Brown. Big fly.
Need 2 in a row, Tiwi here. I just reckon they've got to be on the move a little bit more at these stoppages. A little bit, call it concrete feet. Just, they're quick, Tiwi. They've got to be on the move at these stoppages.
So the palm down, Kane Riley goes with the one hand punch. Harley Purantatamiri had his ball smothered. Austin Wanamiri cops one high. Umpire says play on.
Good umpiring.
So the ball comes out to Wilson in a big battle. They've done well here, Mungatopi, although it's cut off. Farron James wins that one. It's a nice big handball to Holt Fitz. Butcher gets it, nearly gets wrapped up. Holt Fitz gets it back. Kick to centre forward, they're out here. Hagan can scream inside 50. Does so, lowers the eyes. Hits Cammy Islet up beautifully. And Cammy Islet will go back and have a set shot at goal. About 10 out, the side angle.
I think it was Cooper back in the back pocket. He was about a 3-on-1. I thought Nightcliff were absolutely away. He held the ball up for a while, but just didn't get enough mates over to help him. They had the run on. Hagan, I thought, had made a meal of it, but he ended up getting the ball to Cammy Islet, and Cammy's put it straight through the middle.
Cammy Islet gets his first. And Nightcliff get back out to 17-point lead.
They need a couple of multiple goals, Tiwi. I think that's when they're up and flying. They get 2 in a row. 2 turns into 3. Just got to get 2 goals in a row. See Hagan here butted up well. Found the 6-time NT Thunder club champion. A medal named after himself.
Did he win the medal? Has he won a medal named after himself?
Well, he's won it 6 times, and they changed it to the Cameron and Jared Islet medal. So, which was well deserved because they've been instrumental in that football club's first 10 years.
It's like me winning the Nick O'Reilly Award for eating kebabs down at the canteen. Meanwhile, have a look at this from downtown. Roskatunga Tullen puts it to the left.
Isn't it his kicking boot on Ross? He's been his third point, I reckon he's kicked. All of them gettable. Good move. Oh, I was going to say earlier on, get him in the middle. Hasn't seen a lot of the footy.
So Nightcliff already at centre wing. Phil Wills had a great game today. It's a long kick. Sammy Dyke does well, takes a great mark. Great contested mark. Centre half back for Tiwi.
Max King
needs to get into the game a bit more, the big man.
Rookie listed by the Melbourne Demons. Pick 19 in 2013 draft, and I would say that's probably not the greatest kick he's ever done.
He's put that straight out of bounds on the full.
Maybe that's why he did it. He wanted to rack up the possessions.
I think he did mean that, actually. Rick, now that you say it. Pouring Tatamiri to the tune of Virgil. Had a good game today as well. Looking to go inboard. Ross Tungatala. Comes around. Umpire says play on. That's a dangerous kick. Right here. I've done well to hold it up.
Yeah, that was some clever play.
Well done by Deary. He left his man to cut that off.
Liam Holt fits.
Being chased down though, but I think he might get it away first. Yep, clever. And I think Cammy got the ball at about that spot before.
So Cammy Islet.
I'll say Simon Deary, he left his man then. High risk, high reward. But the reward is Cameron Islet's having a shot at goal, but he did very well. Deary plays for Bairnsdale in the Gibson League the last few years. Also played VFL footy for Williamstown and Footscray.
Cammy Islet with the slow approach, lining up for his second. And he's dobbed it. Cammy Islet doesn't miss him.
2 in a row to the great man. A bit of a breathing space out to a nice little lead.
That's a 22.
This is what you can see here. He just left his man there. High risk, high reward. Did well. They worked the ball well to go forward. You know, they lose that ball until we had someone out the back. So one thing to leave your man, you also got to win the footy, and that's what he did. So well done to Simon Deary. I think Simon Deary and the two Butcher brothers, they were on their way to Saints earlier on in the year, and Nightcliff have pulled off a bit of a coup to recruit them. So they're from the same league as Nathan Paredes.
There you go. Paddy Heenan held on to there. Umpire says play on. Hagan with a nice bouncing handball. Gets the ball back. Big kick. Bricknell drops it. And he sees it over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
You can see Matty Bricknell take his footy to a next level. Well, that's it. That's a chest mark. Just has to be marked.
As we have a look at it, Liam Buxton to do battle with Big Miles. Buxton wins that one down. Karen James spun out of absolutely nothing. Hands the ball back. Harold Cossack goes without it. Bill Wills held on to. Umpire says play on.
Intensity's just lifted again in the last couple of minutes, boys. We see this around this time every quarter, actually, so far, in that 12, 13-minute mark. Just a few more tackles, a little bit faster paced around the ball.
So ball thrown back in. Buxton with a big punch over the top. He's down Moncala running onto it. Gets worked out of it by Wills, and we'll do it all again. I've just gained 15 metres.
Seeing the big fella punch a lot to the boundary like that, I'd love to see him flick a couple into space and let the Tiwi Magic do their work. Just keep it away from that boundary line, because it just gets repeat stoppages, which isn't Tiwi's game. They want open space. Something like that.
So out the back to Burgess, or he's jumped on by two Nightcliff players. Wanamiri does well. Gets a handball out to Cooper. Has a bounce, a second. Throws it on the left to the top of the square. And a free kick going the way of Nightcliff. There's a better build-up from Tiwi. So Butcher receives it half back. trying to milk the 50. So he comes inboard to Kane Riley, takes a mark at centre-half back for Nightcliff. And they've got the switch on, he ignores that, goes straight in the middle of the ground. That's a clever kick to Holt Fitz. Holt Fitz in a paddock of room, kick in the eyelet direction. The cut off by Tiwi. Done well, gets a handball over the top. And the odd 1-2, Purantatamiri has a bounce on the outside of the right boot, works well, Buxton. Got it over the top, that works. It's Cooper. Cooper looking, there's nothing much going on. That's a clever kick. Pulled it at the last minute.
Max King.
Let's see if he can get this one through, Ricky.
Yeah, the boy from South Croydon in the very strong Essendon District League. Had a bit of a tough luck story. I think it was last year. His side won the premiership and he got food poisoning the night before the game and unfortunately missed. And they weren't the favourites to win it. They beat Vermont in the grand final and he's one of their better players. So
He slotted that one.
No food poisoning today.
No. It's a great name, Max King. It's like Max Power when Homer Simpson changes his name. Is it Max Power?
I think so, yeah.
I think there's another Max King got drafted this year by St Kilda.
They're twins.
Yeah,
one went to Gold Coast and one went to St Kilda. It's like saying one lost a bet and one went to St Kilda. That's not really.
Not very nice.
Brutal.
That's how they go. They just roll straight back out.
AFL won't like you saying that.
I'll take that back.
Good people, St Kilda. Good people.
I love St Kilda. I don't actually. I'm an Essendon man.
You're digging that hole deeper, mate.
Who do you go for, Rick?
The mighty Kangaroos, the greatest football club in the world.
I beg to differ. Look at this. Down Munkara, straight out of the middle, and he's Frost tongue to talon. Straight on the chest.
Talk about repeat goals. This could be the start. He hasn't had his boot on today, Ross, and he's looking around. It's not a good sign.
Just needs to go back and slot at the great man.
I've been hanging for a wind-up, Roscoe. Do you reckon this could be the one?
You can call this one home, mate.
Here we go. Roscoe lines up. Roscoe's looking good. Roscoe!
Let's hit the post.
I'm done.
That's a commentator's curse again, I think. It's number 4 for the day.
Ball usually always goes to the left and it just gets stuck. He hasn't got his kicking boot on today. I think he might have left it at Melville Island.
Yes, hasn't he?
Or he forgot it on the barge, one of the two. They are away in Nightcliff. Butcher.
Here's Butcher on the wing, plays on. It's a long kick in the Hagen direction. That's Purantatamiri to cut that one off.
Cut a few off in a row, Virgil. He's done well. They are away.
Wilson.
Play with a tap backwards there.
Cam Eilert receives, plays on.
It's all yours, Cammy.
And he gets his third.
Kick 3. Nightcliff's last 3 goals. Cameron?
That hurts Roscoe missing at the other end, doesn't it?
It's
Ricky
called
boy.
a 12-point game, isn't it? Just didn't man up. They kicked the point. They didn't man up well. They were lined up over the other side there, Nightcliff's. And Cameron's gone down forward, kicked a lazy 3 and said enough's enough. I'm back in the middle. .21 points. I reckon Tiwi need one. I thought they were coming there.
Well, they did get it back to 7 points in the second quarter, but anyway, Nightcliff have extended the lead back out. Cossack does well, gets the ball inside 50. That's a clever little tap, and they've just got another one like that.
Floodgates are opening for Nightcliff now. We thought it might have gone the other way, but certainly opening up now.
Hagen getting that one.
Melville was a very good volleyball dig. We'll see here on the replay. Unbelievable volleyball dig here. Again, the ball come. Well done by Wilson. Just get on the boot, get the ball going forward. Again, get the ball going forward. You'll see the volleyball dig.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, both hands together there, Ricky. You're right.
It's a state champion volleyballer. He's not at all. It looks like it though.
Certainly big enough.
More of a beach volleyballer than seeing there, Rick. We're back Buxton with the tap down, but straight down Wilson's stroke. Gets a handball to Eilert. Eilert with the clearance. Gets the kick inside 50. Dyke there for Tiwi. There they go. Can they get that run going off half back and score? Patrick Heenan's in an absolute paddock of space.
Didn't bounce right for him though. He's managed to mop it up though.
Heenan with the kick inside to the Dion Munkara. Beautiful kick, beautiful lead, and Rick, beautiful mark. Going at 110%.
Need a goal here, Dion, I reckon, just to be within a sniff at three-quarter time. At the moment, I suppose we are talking about Tiwi. I was going to say I don't think they're close enough, but
one team who can open up the floodgates though, it's Tiwi, isn't it?
So down Munkara plays on with a snap on the left. Get out. Down Munkara. He's a talented man, and he gets a much-needed goal for Tiwi to keep him in touch late in the third quarter. It's Tiwi Bombers 6-10-46 to Nightcliff 10-7-67. 19 minutes gone in the third quarter.
Max King's going into the ruck. I reckon Tiwi really need one. This is where you just need leaders. Boys, there's probably 2 minutes to go. Let's try and sneak one. Well done by Paddy Heenan.
It's a good play, wasn't it, Rick?
Yep, and Dion says, I would rather kick him from here than straight in front, and he puts it straight through it.
He loves the celebrations too. Just needs a few more. Wind him up.
They need one straight out of the middle here, Tiwi. And you can see Nightcliff have got their big guns in Wills and Eilert in there, so it's going to be difficult.
Wilson wins the clearance for Nightcliff. It's a kick up the centre forward. Dyke does well again. There's Adam Tippermoody has a bounce.
We have much to work with at the moment though.
Comes back the other side. I like that, Rick.
Good numbers, Tiwi.
That's a nice kick. Harley Point Tatamiri just out of reach though. Kane Riley there. It's a handball back to Bowles.
Usually better than that, Harley. They needed that one. And Cameron will just slow the ball down here.
Holt fits at centre half forward. Throws it on the left. This is Bricknell with the bouncing ball. Collects. Centres the ball. Butcher. He's too easy. Way too easy.
There's moments in games there. They just, Tiwi, I reckon they were away. Missed kick. Player doesn't go hard enough or whatever it is. The ball gets turned over and Butcher's having a easy shot at goal. 25 metres in front. Daniel Butcher from Maffra. I think they won the premiership in the Gibson League, I think 2 years ago. He also got drafted by Port Adelaide and was on their rookie list as well.
And Butcher with the kick.
Bit of a meal of it. I'm second in the Morris Medal, which is the best and fairest of the TAC Cup as an 18-year-old as well. So he got drafted by Port Adelaide, rookie listed by Port Adelaide in 2013 and 14.
It's a nice kick from Roy Farmer. Out from fullback to Michael Cooper. The man bun. A little dodgy kick. Over to Jason Purantatamiri, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Of course, 21 minutes into the third quarter, you are watching 7-2's coverage of the NTFL thanks to TIO, NAFLs, Apia and MacArthur River Mining.
So on centre wing here, I just feel Tiwi would just like one just to stay with Nightcliff.
I reckon it'd be Brendan Toy. It'd be very, very handy if they could sneak one.
So ball went off a debt. Rocco Tungatalam. They've done well. So the ball comes down in the Munkara direction, but it's out of bounds.
I just love here, they've got the big ruckman in Tiwi. That make a bit of a plan. We are not going towards the boundary line. Just get him to flick it over the back to a bit of space. Don't reckon going to the boundaries Tiwi's go. Flick it over the back, get some runners there and see what happens. Boundary line, I don't know if it works.
Wilson on the left, clever kick. That's out of bounds on the full. So they'll get another look at it. Tiwi.
There's a minute to go.
The buoy. Just having a look what's around. Nightcliff has done well. Got two spare back. Big fry at the back. Harley Purantatamiri has his ball smothered. Nightcliff with numbers. Although missed ball.
Oh, here we go.
That one's just snuck in for a point.
Well done by the big fella. King, just bring it to ground and let the Tiwi boys do what they do. Crashed the pack there. It was good.
6:11:47 to 10:8:68. Nightcliff doing it. The 4 goals. Payne Riley at centre-half back. The kick into Simon Deary. Oh, big fly from Tippermoody. Ball comes to ground. Paris for Nightcliff there.
Oh, gee, went without the ball there.
Dropping the ball. It's a free kick, Michael. You cannot play on from a free kick.
A nice tackle. Ball comes out. Austin Wanameri.
Just 30 seconds to go. Get it in there.
It's a nice kick. Drop mark from Purantatamiri. Nathan Brown there. Just gets that one over the line. No, it's still in play. And then Nightcliff gathering numbers. Ball comes in centre-half back. They're away here. Nightcliff. Wilson charging through the middle. Hands over the top.
Nightcliff could be a chance before the siren now.
Phil Wills. Just out of his hands. Dyke there for Tiwi to mop up. Got good numbers at ground level, Tiwi. Roy Farmer with the hands over. Tiwi. And they counteract. No, they can't. Big tackle. Umpire says play on.
Here's their opportunity. No, he's paid the free kick.
He's all way there. So free kick going away is Simon Deary. He's got to come back. No, umpire lets it go. Butcher gets out the back.
That's a
go roll in. No.
Just a sneaky one.
Just through for a behind at 3/4 time. Well, it was an interesting quarter. But it's Nightcliff 10:8:68 to Tiwi 6:11:47. We'll be back with the final quarter right after this.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got it.
And just remember the TIO weather alerts. Garden furniture!
Love you too.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail, and they're local, so they can respond fast.
TIO? Storm staying, kids.
Another life saved with the Chemist Warehouse app. Take control of your health and wellness. Download now.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal clothing for all school-related activities, whether it's 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact the Cricket and Football Shop NT for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Let's see. Roma, Verona?
Perhaps Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best in the air.
And everywhere.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience. Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Boys, we've got a real big problem. It belongs to you, it belongs to me, it belongs to everybody. I'm talking about family violence. It's time we said no more to family violence, isn't it? Yeah. Think about it.
We've all got to say no more to family violence. No more! Family violence is a community problem and it needs a community response from all of us, and sport is a big part of that. But we can all do our bit by being more respectful to each other. Please make this year the year we say no more to family violence.
Welcome back to 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season. Round 9 action at 3/4 time with Nightcliff in control, 10-9-69 to Tiwi Bombers, 6-11-47, 22-point lead. Rick, better performance from Tiwi, but Nightcliff just got a few cheap goals, didn't they?
Yeah, I think Nightcliff are in the box seat. I think 22 points is enough, but you never know with Tiwi. I'd like to see Tiwi get the first goal. Very animated, Brendan Toy. They're in good form. So you'd be pretty confident that they're able to come back from this.
The Bombers just need this more than Nightcliff do at the moment. We're looking at the ladder at the moment, and we can see that Tiwi Bombers 1-3, lost 5. Nightcliff, however, 1-6, lost 2. So just a couple of weeks away from the Christmas break. The Bombers really need this to keep them in that top 4. And I mean, look, finals are still a while away, Ricky, but you did call earlier in the match that these two teams that you would expect to see in the finals.
Yeah, so just... I reckon and you could see how animated Brendan Toy was. I reckon they need the first goal. It's a big one. That first goal will get them up and about.
It's not getting any cooler too. This is the afternoon sun just really settling in.
Yeah, the old apparent temps creeped up to 36 degrees out there. So for those folk down south, it is 34 degrees on the thermometer, but you add some humidity on that, which means it actually feels like it's 36. And out there, no shade, no breeze. It'll be a scorcher.
Some humidity or a lot of humidity?
I can tell you the exact stats. We're currently at 50% humidity, so it's a classic build-up Darwin day.
Sure is. I love it.
Have those cold towels and ice buckets ready for the boys across the fourth quarter.
That director didn't bring any towels in for us, did he? Either at half-time.
Go on strike.
Yeah. Commentators Union will be expecting a letter from me early this week as we're back for the final quarter. Buxton gets a big leap. Wilson wins that one down. Handball comes out sideways to Greenoff Jr. Does well, the young man. Puts it back in the middle with a good kick, although cut off. Well done. Ball gets tapped out there from Babui. Done well, Wilson, although Heenan cuts it off for Tiwi Bombers.
This is the one they need, Tiwi.
That's a better kick. Here's Rocco Tangatalam on the right. That's a better kick, but just across the face.
It's his 5th point, I reckon.
Yeah.
I thought he'd dob that. He's missed the easy ones and he dobs ones like them, doesn't he? He's Eilert, half back. It's a kick. They drop mark to Farron J.
Just needed that Tiwi. They needed Rocco to stand up and kick that goal. I reckon it would have brought the crowd into it.
Fired everyone right up. It's a big boy, Jonathan Miles. It's had a long kick down the line. That one's fisted over from Christian Burgess.
Did well there. Killer contest. That's where I'd love to see Buxton just flick it at the back, get it away from the boundary line or get it into some space. Let the Tiwi boys do their magic.
So here we go. Camry Eilert wins that clearance. Puts the ball inside with a great kick. They drop mark. Harley Pointatamiri just got a shove in the back. Butcher it was. He's missed Cam Eilert. Phil Wills. He's flying everywhere, and they're away. Bradley Palip-Kamini.
This one, Tiwi, you've got to feel it. You need a goal here.
Max King. Oh, they were nearly away then. Nightcliff with numbers though.
Really good toe poke by Adam, wasn't it? Nearly got over the top.
Nathan Brown with a nice little chipper.
Well done, Nightcliff defence. Held up well then.
So back at centre half back. Just sanding each other out here early in the final quarter. And that is a good old-fashioned stinker of a turnover. Big whale Buxton. Chops that one off. Oh, Wilson for Nightcliff nearly cut it off. He's down Munkara. Need a big final quarter from here. That's a great kick. Rocco plays on, throws it on the right. Rocco! Oh, get around him. The big boy. Gets his first finally, Rick.
That shows how smart of a footballer he is. It's the set shots aren't working. Anyone else except him probably would have just gone back but it's not working. Change things around. And he's taken a mark 35 out directly in front, but it's not working for him today. Change it around. He played on and put it straight through the middle, and I reckon it's game on now.
Only 15 points in it now.
How much does that play on your mind, Ricky, when you've missed 4 or 5 set shots and then you're at a point where you're lining up for them and you know you're a good kick, but there must be something in your mind that goes, it's just not happening today, and do the nerves take over when you're a good footballer, though?
2 things in football I reckon have never improved in 100 years. One's goal kicking. The other one is ruck work, which I reckon, the Polly Farmer and that were probably just as good as the ones today. So, yeah, it's certainly a mental thing, goal kicking.
Nick, you saw that there. Lucky not to be done for deliberate there.
Wow, he's just by himself.
Hands are in the air.
Daniel Bowles and just in,
They
5
punched it
metres
out
in
more
space.
than anything.
I'd love to get, as was it, we're not here to watch boundary throw-ins. I'd love to get really strict about it.
So here we go. Jeffrey Simon gets ragdolled to the ground as he kicked it, and we'll get the free kick downfield. So Dion, no, not Dion Munkara.
Patrick Heenan will have the shot. He's the captain. Stand up, Patrick, and put it through the middle. We need a skipper's goal.
Dude, this will bring the house down. Tiwi crowd will really get into it here, you feel.
This is usually a good set shot, but...
don't say that,
yes,
Rick.
I won't.
Don't. He didn't mean that, everyone. Patrick Heenan on the approach. Kick on the ways off the side of the pit. Rick, come on. That's number 5. Are you writing this down? 5.
Yeah, sorry, we'll take the tally. Yeah, there we go. That's at least $20 in the jar.
But that can be our end of season trip.
I was going to say, yeah.
Rick's commentator's curse.
He's going to send us to a trip to Bali.
Well, we're going to Bali, Rick. You're a great man, Rick. Bloody love you.
I won't be arguing. Just got to get past the wife, that's the only thing.
Oh, I've lost it. Oh, I really lost it. Where are we? Oh, we're at the footy, that's right. And back
we're
on
a comedy night.
centre wing. Nightcliff in control. Just trying to hold on to the ball here for the moment.
Cammy Eilert's one out in the goal square if they can get it there.
And they have. They've got it over the back. Farron James charging inside. Kick on the way. He's just burnt everyone.
I reckon this guy has had more rebound 50s than anyone in the competition this year.
Taken off quick.
Jason Puttentunamary, absolute gun. Underrated footballer, I reckon.
Yeah, it's been great today. That kick down the line, stays
50
in.
metres. It's a big call.
Must have given him a bit of a mouthful.
I just reckon little things. This goes little, the 50's starting to go your way. You might get the bounce go your own way. They've got a free kick before. Just a little thing starting to turn.
Looks like it's against Big Hugo and Drugomala. It's a clever kick towards Burgess. Good mark too.
Yeah, very good.
I say it's a very good grab because they had to come to ground. They had Nightcliff players everywhere.
Walt Fitz was charging at him, trying to get the spoil on, but Burgess was good enough to hold on to it.
Just worried him. I don't reckon he's used to this heat. Just worried about the fatigue with his shot.
The margin currently stands at 14 to get it back to 8. Burgess. Can it swing
coming back?
It has.
Oh,
he gets his first for Tiwi.
And there you go. I said something negative about someone that went straight through the middle.
We can take 2 off for that, actually.
Here you go, Rick. You get $5 back from the jar.
They needed that, and he delivered. So
good goal. Good mark, good goal, Rick.
8 points the difference. Tiwi are coming. I said just little things are happening. A 50-metre there, a downfield here, things that are a little bit out of Nightcliff's control that's just going their way, going Tiwi's way.
And you say, look who's in the middle for Nightcliff.
Cameron Island, I'd get Philip Wills in there as well. Where's he?
He might be off having a cup of tea. Where's the bench? Outside the great man.
But yeah, it's a luxury, isn't it, to be able to put greatest footballer of the last 20 years into the middle right now.
Max King wins that one down.
He's saying that they've got Tunga Talam there as well.
So the clearance going the way of Bricknell for Nightcliff. Nice little tap over the top. A kick off the deck is risky. Is Wilson.
Oh, they're coming, putting the pressure on.
Bodies flying everywhere. Farron James gets around the big man a little bit too easy. The kick inside attacking 50 for Nightcliff. Big mark at the back. No, Butcher drops. Oh, he's been paid the mark.
Yeah, I reckon he held it. I reckon he could have unlaced that. So would have paid that. Ooh. So before he's not known for his goal kicking at Port Adelaide. Let's go back to King. I just reckon he needed to body line the footy back there. I think you called it. Butcher 30 out on a 45-degree angle. See how he goes.
See how he goes here. We'll pump his tyres up, Rick, just to keep us interesting. Big Butcher goes in. He's dobbed it.
Well done.
So he pushes the margin back out to 14. 11-9-75 to Tiwi. 8-13-61. We've gone 8 minutes in the final quarter.
How instrumental has Cam Islet been in this game, though? It was really impressive, whether he's in the midfield or up in the forward. He's been really great for Nightcliff today.
Well, he went forward in, I think, the third quarter and kicked 3 goals, and the margin's less than 3 goals, so he's an extremely good footballer. That's where he just needed to body line the football, the big fella. I reckon this was a mark. I reckon he had enough of the footy. Ooh, maybe not.
Umpire went a little bit early on the whistle. Anyway.
Tiwi, this is amazing. Tiwi, you just got 3 in the square. Got to sort that out. They've had a long time to sort it out, and they get the ball out of the middle. Wow. So that means they've got one spare somewhere.
Tunga Talam.
That could be the
nice kick to one of Mary. Ball to that. Paddy Heenan off the ground to the left. Through for behind.
Had a good minute to set up there in the middle. They went in 3v4 in the centre bounce.
And nearly got a goal out of it. Wow.
It's like the great reverse stitch up or something. What? How can you do that? Anyway. Holt fit, strong hands. Not quite. Tiwi with numbers.
He's dancing here.
And great dancing.
It's a good move, wasn't it?
Yes. And why are we bound to be throwing? So we've got a game on our hands. Margin 13 points.
Tiwi got to be on the move. I was talking before, no concrete feet, be on the move, flick it into a bit of some space. There he is on the move, good work.
So the centering kick. Won't work out for Tiwi. The snap to the top of the square. Max King there for Tiwi. Ball on the deck, you don't want this man near it. Rocco Tunga Talam with some fancy footwork. Throws it on the right, Golski! And he loves his own work too.
What do you know what Tunga's going to do for ages? He stopped, he went go, he stopped, he went goal again. He stopped and got a goal.
I actually reckon he picked the ball up, looked at Clayton Holmes for Nightcliff, laughed at him.
He did, Ricky.
Laughed at him, smiled, ran around him and just put this on Admi shoulder for a go.
This is a replay to watch this one.
This is see they concrete feet by Tiwi. Better when they're on the move at stoppages.
That was extraordinary. Have a look at him. Good contest there from King.
See here, he picks the footy up, and I reckon about here he looks at him and laughs. And
is he smiling there? Look, the tongue comes out as he's smiling, and the celebration too.
Come on,
unbelievable.
I used to play against a guy called Bruce Jarman, who used to look up, like, champion for districts, one in Nichols Meadow. He used to look up and he'd look at me and he'd laugh and he'd just run around me.
Lovely work. Here's Drug Muller with nice hands out the back to Cam Eilert. Cam Eilert with a kick to centre half forward for Nightcliff. Bricknell in space, gets the kick on.
This guy's underrated. Jason Puttenhunter-Mary, extremely good footballer.
Loves running off out of the back line. That's a clever kick too to Mungatopi. Comes inboard to Dunn. We've got a great game on our hands, just 7 points in it. Harley Porrentata-Mary out of his hands.
Good place to turn the footy over.
Mola holds that one up, gets run down, the big boy. Umpire says play on. Harley Porrentata-Mary with a dangerous kick inside. Now the ball's coming back.
Dion marked that ball as well. They're very lucky Nightcliff.
Jeez, that's a
They've got a man up here. They've got a man up, Tiwi. Don't argue, man up.
Yeah, I understand.
Still got Nightcliff, got players everywhere. I know Tiwi are upset with the decision, but they've just got to get on with it.
Cameron Eilert looking for an option. It's a nice looking kick.
No, well done.
Great mark. Roy Farmer, I think. So plays on. The risky kick, Heenan being held onto. And he just lets that one go. The smart play from Heenan.
Logan Farmer as well. I reckon he had no one to kick to. I'm going to pretend I'm kicking it over to Heenan, but I'm really trying to get a stoppage outside Nightcliff's forward 50.
Smartest set play for the day, I reckon.
They've been the master of theatre today, haven't they? Seen had a lot today.
And we'll pretend it's not deliberate.
Muller flies by himself, straight down Butcher's throat. Butcher gets a kick, a good one too. Here's Cammy Eilert, what can he do? Just goes to ground at the last moment. Harley Porrentata-Mary wrestles with him, ragdolls him over. And we'll have the ball up in a dangerous position for Nightcliff. So the umpire just asking who's in this ruck contest. Ball gets thrown up. Ooh. That's through. Just snuck in from behind.
Might be a handy point later on. I was reckon Butcher's goal before was extremely handy by the big fella.
It's 8 points. This man's just been running out of the back line all day. Look at that.
Oh,
great handball too.
Adam, Tip and Woody here, just watching. We've got a bit of space.
So big tackle over there from Cossack. Sort of threw it up, the umpire right there on it, says play on. Michael Dunn stands under it for Tiwi, keeps his feet, does well. Dyke with some clever hands out to Palipia Mini. He comes out sideways to Buxton.
Oh, one-handed grab there.
Not bad, goes to snap the big man. I don't like that from big men, but it might work out all right.
I don't mind it, but when you're playing for Tiwi, I think that's all right.
Justin Cooper. Big kick in the King direction, and that one comes over the line, and we'll have the boundary throw-in.
Love to see Justin Cooper known when he was at Saints for kicking a goal when you needed one. So we'll see if you can live up to it at Tiwi. First game for a while. I think you've got point system problems, Tiwi. With that, I think PA put Jimmy as well. Might have missed out through the point system. So I'd love to see Justin stand up and kick one here.
So all Nightcliff at ground level. His bowls. It's a kick down the line.
That's a great kick. That's a very good kick.
To Holt Fitz. Farron James for Nightcliff. It's on centre wing. Goes inboard to Bowles. He's worked hard, Bowles.
Switch. Down the centre.
That's a good kick. Holt Fitz. He's worked very hard, the young man. Gets handball over the top. Too easy. Holt Fitz jogging in to goal and kicks it. So they get the lead back out to 14.
You called it, Nick. It just looked too easy.
Way too easy.
See if we get a replay. I'm not a real fan of kicking the ball in the air to the centre forward area, which Bowles did. Statistics say it's not a good area to kick the ball. But it worked, and we'll see here. Good run from behind. They didn't round up Tiwi. Just this kick here, I'm not a fan of it. Ball usually gets kicked in the air to that area, usually gets turned over, but it worked in this occasion. Farron finished off well.
14 points in it, 16 minutes gone in the final quarter. Nightcliff get that handy goal for them. The King wins the ruck work. They drop the ball out there. Harley Mary does well. It's a touch ball. Bowles gets wrapped up in a big tackle from Burgess. The ball comes outside. Moncara's in space. You don't want this man in space. Puts it on the left boot, but cut off by Bowles.
Going to a slow play here. Just make sure you control the footy.
And the switch was on, and he goes straight to centre-half back with Wilson. They got numbers out wide.
I don't reckon Nightcliff have to do anything silly. Just control the footy. That there is just a chance to turn the footy over. Just control the ball.
Paddy Heenan was held onto then. The umpire was blindsided and holding the ball. So well under Paddy Heenan.
He actually came straight off the interchange, boys.
Good umpiring as well.
Straight off the interchange and into that contest there.
Just Nightcliff, don't take any chances. I think you just got to hold the footy.
Justin Cooper, that's left half back. The kick goes inside 50. Well done by the big man. Buxton stuck on the way. Oh, the big boy.
And they're getting around him. They like it.
They just jumped 2 metres in the air, the young Tiwi boys. And Buxton, what a goal from the big man, Rick.
Extremely good goal, and they needed it. And they're back to an 8-point game. They just needed to. Nightcliff just gave the ball away with Tiwi.
Yes.
2.5 goals up. And I reckon there's 3 minutes to go. You just take a minute off the clock, kick it backwards, control the footy. There's a little bit of high risk, high reward there. They just don't need that. They don't need to be in that tempo at this stage of the game.
Extraordinary from the big man. You don't see big boys do that, really. Absolutely nailed it.
Absolutely vital, this centre bounce.
Ex-King. Paddy Heenan goes with a flying kick but misses it. Phil Wills gets the clearance to centre half forward.
Oh, they'll be happy with that, Tiwi.
Great mark from Silvani Babui.
Just stop, pause, take a deep breath for a second there.
Dyke, Chuggles. Has time though. That is hanging in the air way too long.
It's not Tiwi like. Keep your feet. Nightcliff player had to keep his feet there.
And he got wraps up in the big tackle. Bodies flying everywhere. Farron James gets a handball out back to Druggenmuller. Does well, the big man. Just misses a target though. Ball in dispute. Dyke comes charging through. Harley Purantatamiri gets boots a ball to centre half forward. Burgess there for Tiwi. Bowles does well. He's been good the last 10 minutes.
Oh, do they need to do this?
That's a risky kick.
8 points in the game.
We've got to
keep his feet.
It's going to go out. Yeah, it goes out of bounds, and we'll have boundary throwing right in front of the commentary box.
I just probably got to train this a bit, Nightcliff. Like, 8 points up, go back down the line, the scoreboard end, get a stoppage down the other end. They're very lucky to get away with that. Push down Moncari here.
So the ball thrown back in. Miles wins the tap. Harley Purantatamiri there. Gets a quick handball away. Miles does well for Nightcliff. Overruns it. Paddy Heenan misses the ball with the kick. Gets the tap out. They've got numbers Tiwi. Purantatamiri just needed to keep running there. And missed it.
19 minutes into the fourth quarter, and it is getting exciting. You're watching 7-2's coverage of the NTFL, thanks to TIO, Naffles, Apia and MacArthur River Mining.
Tiwi don't need stoppages. They need the ball into the open.
Paddy Heenan's over the back there. Looks like Justin Cooper might run out the back too. Ball comes forward though. Drugmuller does well. Taps down to Eilert. Throws it on the left down the line in the Will's direction. Out of reach for him. Ball pops out the back.
Oh, try for the soccer kick there.
Extraordinary. Cammy Eilert takes a mark.
Cameron here, just the difference between players. You'll go down the line, there'll be nothing stupid or control the footy, so just nothing silly.
His Bowles with a nice releasing kick to Farron James. They're out here. He comes into Butcher. Yeah, he could have played on, but he sort of just take a bit of time off the clock.
Good play.
So if he gets it, you just about think they've done enough. Just 8 points in it as we stand now.
Looking around, Wilson will run around the back and get this.
Yeah, he's going to. Too easy. Play on.
Tiwi aren't man on the
man
mark.
on the mark was asleep, and they've absolutely butchered that one.
Milked a minute, though.
Pardon the pun. It's Big Butcher and butchering. Greetings to you, butchers, butcher family.
Do something unconventional, Tiwi here. Bradley pulling it on by himself. It's a great kick.
Beautiful kick.
Yeah.
Had to pull up your mini.
Dion.
He's around here. If Dion can run onto this one, he'll go charging inside.
He's got
50.
the bounce he needed, and he's gone down.
He's fallen over. Doesn't matter. Rocco Tungatalan with some fancy footwork. Lowers the eyes and bang! Austin Wanamiri. Go back and kick it, son.
Bit of ownership. Austin, he's the grandfather of the team.
Like a wise old man.
Goal here brings it back to 3 minutes. 3 points with, I would say, no more than a minute on the clock.
This is the footy you live for.
Austin Wanamiri on the approach. Kick on the way. As he squeezed it. Oh, it's hit the post.
What are you doing?
Unbelievable. Hands go straight up on the head too. He's disappointed, the great man.
Just going back to Tiwi kicked 15 points. Like, Ross Tungatalan hasn't had his kicking boot on that he normally has had. There's been probably 4 to 5 that he normally would have kicked in his sleep.
So the ball comes from full back. And that one's over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
I think it'll be very hard for Tiwi from here. Probably a minute to go.
23 minutes just ticked over on the clock. You heard the great Rick Nolan call it. Probably only just the 1 minute to go.
Please, Tiwi Ruckman, don't hit the ball towards the boundary line. Get into some space.
No, Buxton.
Bingo. That's
straight back over.
So the clock doesn't stop here. The clock's ticking over. Get the ball away from that boundary line.
Get the runner out to the ruckman to say, hey, bruz, stop hitting it over the line. Take a bit of risk. No ball's thrown back in. Buxton again. This is better from Tiwi. Ball inside in the Wanamiri direction.
The big fella
loses his feet at the last second.
They need it.
Oh, it's hit the post.
That went through.
2 goals would have done it, but they would have been in the lead with 2 goals then.
So nice ball coming over there. Tiwi in numbers.
Hold it out.
It's gone over the line. I think the sign will be going any second.
Stoppages and throw-ins are Nightcliff's friends. That's what they want.
And there you have it. It's full time. What a great game. Tiwi doing a great job to stay in it, but it was Nightcliff in the end at 12-11-83 to Tiwi Bombers. 10-16-76. Tiwi just not quite there, Rick.
No, not 26 scoring shots to 23. Probably blew a few chances. I thought Nightcliff overall probably played probably the better footy over 4 quarters. Certainly dominated the first quarter. Tiwi again giving away a lead, didn't they? We've seen that a lot this year. Give away a lead at the start of the game and then try and get it back. So good game of footy. I reckon these two will feature fairly strongly come March.
Well, Ricky, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to point out exactly the same thing. 23 scoring shots to 26. Tiwi's had more opportunities to take the game there. Very exciting football in what was very hot conditions. We can see from where we're sitting a few of the players just lying down on the ground now. So a great game, but Nightcliff certainly secured their spot second on the ladder.
Beautiful work from you two gentlemen today. Thanks for joining us at home on 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season. It was Nightcliff 12-11-83 to the Tiwi Bombers 10-16-76. Enjoy your afternoon. We'll see you next week.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got it.
And just remember the TIO weather alerts.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail. And they're local, so they can respond fast.
Storm staying, kids.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Kilonewton centrifugal force, entering below control.
How does he do it?
24.5 kilowatt diesel motor.
He doesn't just know how to operate every piece of Kennard's high gear we get in, but also its service details and safety checks.
I know. It's as if he can hypnotise each piece.
Give me 2 passes with sauce, coffee white with 1 bun with icing, no pink icing.
Yep, no worries, Terry.
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here. Are you overrun with rubbish and need a skip bin for easy disposal from your garden cleanup, renovation or spring clean? When you think skip bins, think NTRS. NTRS, your friendly, reliable and local waste disposal company.